After her husband's death, Nandi was left in poverty. She dedicated herself to harvesting the land together with her daughter, Mbali. That year had been especially hard on the crops, which were lost, and the animals died of hunger. Both women barely had any food to bring to their mouths. Each day, they had to go to the riverbed where the Umdoni Tree grew. It was gigantic. It provided great shade and tasty purple berries. These berries had become the only food Nandi and Mbali had to survive on. Suddenly, from the treetop, an enormous snake appeared. It too seemed to feed on the succulent berries. Nandi begged the snake not to eat their only food, as they would surely die of hunger if the snake continued to eat all the berries. The snake impassively looked at Nandi and proposed a deal. The snake wanted Mbali in exchange for a basket full of berries. Nandi was hopeless. Noticing her daughter had escaped, she accepted the deal the evil snake proposed. She grabbed the basket under the threatening stare of the snake and, frightened, ran towards her home as fast as her legs would carry her. She believed that if she ran fast enough, she could outsmart the snake and be free of the terrible deal. But she was wrong. The danger was too close for comfort. When she finally arrived home, she sobbed and told Mbali the dreadful story. However, her crying was interrupted when the sly snake jumped out from inside the basket, leaving both women startled. The snake mocked them for thinking they could get away with it. It was there to claim its part of the deal. In despair, Nandi begged for their lives. "We're starving. Without those berries, we will surely die," she cried. Mbali, calm and serene, interrupted her mother's pleas. "Sure of herself," she said, "Father always taught me to keep my promises and that deals must be upheld." Nandi was torn in grief. She had lost her daughter for a mere basket of berries. At that moment, the snake started to suffer an amazing transformation, turning into a handsome young man. His looks and pose could only be that of a tribal chief. The chief explained to the baffled woman how he had been trapped under an evil spell that transformed him into a cruel snake. And only Mbali's compassion and commitment could free him from this terrible spell. Nandi had 2 grandchildren. I used to help my mother with the harvest, and my brother would help our father with the cattle. Our grandmother never had to collect berries from the Umdoni tree again, as we were never short of food.